Alright, cryptids. That'd be a good one for an art video. That'd be fun. Alright, what we got? What are the heavy hitters? We got Bigfoot, Yeti, Chupacabra, Jersey Devil, Nessie, of course. Gotta love Nessie. And Mokele Bembe. Mokalumba. Yeah, let's just do the ones that are easier to pronounce. Cryptids. Animals that may or may not exist. The stuff of legends. They might be out there based on paper-thin evidence. Probably not. But you never know. Whether or not they actually exist isn't the point of today's video. Today's video, we're just going to draw the coolest ones, because I love drawing monsters, and we're going to be drawing some monsters. So let's just go. Alright, so when I approached this video, I wanted to do the lesser-known cryptids, you know, because everybody knows Bigfoot, Yeti, Nessie. Come on. I'm going to do a little bit more obscure or cooler looking and sounding cryptids. So the first one I came across was the Capelobo, right? Or which is a Brazilian cryptid. Come to Brazil, right? I don't know. After reading about this one, I don't think I want to. Yeah, so the Capelobo, I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia right here. So the Capelobo is a mythical creature from Brazilian mythology. Its legend is very common, especially in the states of Maranhão, Amazonas, and Pará. It is believed to have arisen among the indigenous people of the northern region of Brazil. The name allegedly comes from the indigenous Brazilian word cape, meaning broken bone, and the Portuguese word lobo, meaning wolf, allegedly. I don't know, this isn't a deep dive, we're just drawing some cool monsters. So the information could potentially be incorrect here, but this isn't, again, not an informative video. This is a drawing video. And again, I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia, so, you know, the sources could be incorrect or wrong or whatever, but just reading off of here, just to give you an idea. You know, general overview. The Capelobo has two forms, an animal form and a humanoid form. The one you're seeing me draw on screen right now is its humanoid form. In its humanoid form, it has the head of a giant anteater or a tapir or dog, depending on the version of the myth. Body of a human, and rounded bottle-shaped legs. It has lots of hair on its body and runs through forests near human settlements and floodplain regions. It is sometimes described as having a single leg. It hunts puppies and kittens and will kill humans by squeezing them and drinking their blood and eating their brains if given the opportunity. It's kind of got chupacabra energy, you know? But yeah, I approached this with kind of based off of a few of the illustrations I saw. And, you know, the description, and I kind of altered it a little bit to fit my style. Obviously, if you look into it, it doesn't have an eye poking out of its chest. I just thought that would have given it a little bit of a cooler vibe, you know? And yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool in the end. I kind of like the way it turned out. It's not amazing. I did go for a black and white grayscale manga kind of look because I'm kind of leaning more into that style these days. You know, color's nice and all, but sometimes I just don't want to do color. And this is one of those cases. Alright, so I'm going to pass it over to Flesh John for a little bit instead of disembodied voice John here. Alright, so since we had a recent influx of subscribers, I thought it might be fun to do a little Q&A segment in here, right? So I went to the community tab, made a post or two, and asked you guys for questions. Art or otherwise, but most of you guys asked art questions, which, you know, it is an art channel, so let's take a look. So, Bubblegum asks, oh, okay, my question is, what is your creative thought process behind your art, and what is the strangest piece you've ever made that you're comfortable showing the public, of course? The strangest piece I've ever made, I cannot show you that because it's of a NSFW nature. I got a whole sketchbook full of degenerate drawings. Yes, I do. Alright, I'm not afraid to admit it, but I'm never going to show them. Those are for my eyes only. Aside from that, the creative thought process, I'm not, I did do a process breakdown if you want the technical breakdown of how I do my digital illustrations. I'll leave that in the card. But as for like the creative process, coming up with stuff to draw, I don't know. I love women, so I draw a lot of women. Creatures are cool, so I draw a lot of monsters too. I don't really know. It just kind of happens. You know, it's just one of those things that I don't really think about. I just do. Sorry if that's not the answer you're looking for. I mean, sometimes I get inspired off of other pieces I see that I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. Maybe I should draw something like that in the future, or incorporate like a little bit of an element of that into something else, you know? Yeah, I'm not really quite sure how I come up with ideas and stuff. It just happens. Viewer Kevin Laird 8321 asks, who are some of your biggest influences as an artist and writer? What are some of your favorite manga/anime? Influences as an artist, definitely a lot of the surrealists, Salvador Dali, Hieronymus Bosch, H.R. Geiger, that guy's great. He did a lot more stuff than just the xenomorph. Like, his art is fantastic. Francis Bacon, he's good. Like his weird abstract yet horrifying illustrations or paintings. Beskinsky, of course, the artist whose name I can't pronounce. Oh, by the way, since I have you here, I did recommend a video by a particular creator that did a little documentary on Beskinsky. I rescinded that link, and I also disavowed that creator in the pinned comment of that video because he made the worst video of his career and basically committed career unalive very recently. He will not be named, but just know that I do not condone that particular individual's behavior. But that's a little aside. But as for writing, well, let's see. I like Stephen King, I mean, who doesn't like Stephen King? Miura, Berserk, Berserk's like one of the greatest written stories ever. Not just one of the greatest illustrated, one of the greatest written too. I mean, Toriyama, Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that was like all of our childhoods as millennials, that was like our Star Wars, Rest in peace, Toriyama. The whole story arc of the Saiyans was like, dude, like, that laid the foundation, But yeah, those are some of the writers that I like. I'm not really too big into like prose fiction, if you want to talk about like manga and comics though, or movies and TV show writing. Anyway, favorite manga / anime, like of course Berserk, obviously, but we could be here all day talking about manga and anime. I do love Junji Ito stuff, despite it getting a little like weird sometimes to the point where it's like I don't understand the plot. I've been reading through the last couple volumes of Prison School. I mean, that's a fun ride. It's really funny, and the art is like way better than it has any right to be. Like, why is the art so fucking good? Very degenerate though. Jay, that's a bonus to me. Anime. My favorite anime is probably actually Origaru. Yeah, that one's really good. The writing in that show is amazing. I do like some of the classics. Dragon Ball Z, of course. I've been rewatching the whole series from Dragon Ball to the end of Dragon Ball Z, and it's even better than I remembered. Evangelion. I like the classics. I like some of the newer stuff too. I don't know. We could be here all day if we start talking about anime, so I'm just going to move on to the next question. Maybe that deserves its own dedicated video. Alright, so for the next cryptid, I decided to draw the Yowie, just because the name is hysterical. Yowie? Are you kidding me? So I'm just going to read a little bit from the Wikipedia page, just so give you guys a general idea of what it is. Not a deep dive, not an informational video, just drawing video, but just a little background. So, quote, Yowie is one of several names for an Australian folklore entity that is reputed to live in the outback. The creature has its roots in Aboriginal oral history. In parts of Queensland, they are known as Quinkin, or as a type of Quinkin, and as Jugabina. In parts of New South Wales, they are called Gindaring, Jorawara, Mingawing, Putakan, Dulaga, Gulaga, and Thulagal. Okay, I hope I did alright. Other names include Yahweh. Yahweh? Isn't that the name of God in, like, the Jewish religion? Whatever. Nokuna, Wawi, Pankarlangu, Jimbra, Jangara. And I absolutely nailed those pronunciations 100%. Yowie-type creatures are common in Aboriginal Australian legends, particularly in the eastern Australian states. Right, so basically, looking into this is like Australian Bigfoot. But the thing is that it's Australian, so it's like super Bigfoot, which is what all these descriptions say. They say it's like a more violent, bigger, more aggressive, sharper beast. Anyway, for this one, I kind of went overboard with the line work and really, like, detailed, like, all of the hair. I know I had fun drawing this one. This one was just sort of a quickie, little doodle. I wouldn't really call this a full-fledged drawing. This is more of a doodle. But, yeah, sometimes you just gotta draw shit just for fun, Not for, like, any purpose, really. I mean, it's for this video, but in the end, this drawing just ended up being like, yeah, it's just a sketch. I don't know. But, yeah, I think it's alright. I think it turned out alright. I like the Capelobo drawing a little bit better so far, but we got one more to go. Anyway, we're gonna kick it back over to Flush John to continue the Q&A segment. Viewer Bell Cricket asks, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? Second question, can you show us the piece you are most proud of or has the most meaning to you? I have a bunch of other ones, but you have a decent back catalog of videos, and I feel like the answers are probably included in those. Yeah, possibly. Go watch all my other videos, and hit the like, comment, and subscribe button, and leave nice comments, and tell me I'm so great. Or tell me I'm terrible, that's fine, I don't care. I'm totally fine with, like, actual critique, you know? Not criticism, critique. Criticism's like, go fuck yourself. Critique is like, hey man, like, your camera setting's a little fucked up here. Like, okay, I like what you did here, but you could have edited it better, you know? That's critique. Criticism's just like, this is shit. It's like, that doesn't help anybody. Anyway. But yeah, what made me start a YouTube channel? Well, after I graduated college in 2019 with a degree in graphic design, it was really hard for me to get a job. I thought, okay, let me see. What am I going to do here? I came across YouTuber 1000. It was great, by the way. I love 1000. He's a cool dude. He does great art, good videos, all-around cool dude. Love that guy. And he basically showed me that you don't need to get a job in the industry to be a professional full-time artist. You could go off and do your own thing, right? Shout out to him, you know, bit of an inspiration, not just as an artist, but also as a businessman. And I'm like, okay, so how do I build up this audience and all this? So I started to do, like, local, like, what do you call those things, like shows? Not necessarily conventions, but, like, smaller things, just to kind of get my foot out there, get my foot in the door, get my name out there a little bit. And, you know, it was actually starting to go pretty good. I used YouTube to, like, supplement it. And then 2020 happened, and we all know what happened in 2020. Actually, maybe not. It's been 4 years. I don't know how old my audience is. I gotta look at the analytics. Alright, let's see here. Analytics, right? First of all, we hit 1867 subs, which, holy shit, guys. Wow. Plus 564 in the last 28 days. Thank you. By the way, this is my estimated revenue, if you're curious. This channel has been monetized since December? Yeah, December's when I got approved for monetization. So basically, it's from the start of the year. Because I don't think I even started uploading videos after monetization until January. But that's around how much I made so far. Now, that's a culmination of all the videos between my time of getting approved for monetization, which was about the end of December, and January. Let's just go January, so about half a year. This is how much I made. But, you know, it's like view count, CPM, watch time, all these other factors. That's why those bigger creators that make long-ass videos make way more money. If you're curious, that's how much a small, tiny channel has made so far. Also, check out this comic review if you haven't watched it. Let's go take a look at the analytics here. Overview. Yeah, see? 169. But I want to see audience. What we got here? Most of you guys are from the United States, America, my fellow Americans. We got the UK next. Hey, governor. Tea and crumpets. No, I like the UK. The UK's cool. Canada. My Canadians. A boot. Poland. Poland's beating Australia, huh? That's interesting. I don't expect that. What's after Australia? Germany. Philippines, Brazil, Russia, huh? Okay, now we're getting to like 1% and underneath, but yeah, those are my top countries. 95% of you aren't subscribed. You need to fix that now. Do it now. Alright, age and gender. Let's see, gender. 55% female. I don't know what I did, but apparently women love me. Yeah, okay. That's unexpected, really. My whenever I looked at these, my analytics were always more male, but I guess since those iceberg videos, it shifted female. That's weird. Okay. And user specified, I'm guessing that's like non-binary, trans, or whatever, you know? Okay, you do you, boo-boo. Ooh, 6.8%, 13 to 17 years. That's a bit concerning. My content is targeting a more adult audience, but I know I can't really stop it, aside from age-restricting videos, but if I do that, like, it gets buried in the algorithm, can't monetize it, you know? I don't know. But it looks like I'm hitting my target demo of 18 to 34-year-olds. That's sort of like who I'm aiming my content at. So the majority of you guys are 18 to 24. Yeah, we even got some 65-plus years. That's who's watching the channel. There's a little bit of insight into all these analytics, I don't know. Let's see here. You see this massive spike? That was the iceberg video, which, holy shit. I still can't believe it. Thank you guys so much for all the recent support. Anyway, let's get back to the video. But yeah, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'll go harder on YouTube, and I did, and, it didn't really go anywhere. But I'm like, after a while, I'm like, all right, let me just keep making YouTube videos because I like making YouTube videos. Then I started making the comic and all that, and I just kept going, It was just a matter of, perseverance before I finally got something that popped, which was the iceberg video, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the recent support on those. And yeah, I'm still here. I'm still doing it. I'm actually starting to make a little bit of money, which is awesome. And yeah, I don't know. I just liked ArtTube for years. I just decided, all right, well, I know what I'm doing here, and yeah. Let me just keep it up. Maybe I could be an art YouTuber for a living. Who knows? Let's get to 100,000 subs. One day, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I went on too long here. The piece I'm most proud of. There are pieces that I finish and I'm look back on and I'm like, yeah, that was pretty good. I like the way that turned out. And then years later, I'll look at it and be like, wow, this is the biggest piece of shit I have ever made. It's the biggest piece of dog shit. But it's probably this one piece that I actually had in a gallery. Coincidentally, it got accepted right before the pandemic broke out. And yeah, I didn't actually get to do the whole gallery thing. And then after that, the whole scene sort of shifted in galleries where it was very... Alright, I don't mean to get political here, but a lot of things were basically no white people allowed. Look... I don't really give a shit about the politicization of things. If you think whatever, you believe whatever you want. That's what I'm getting at here. But there are a lot of things where it's oh, okay, that's no white people allowed in this one. Oh, no men allowed in this one. No heterosexuals allowed in this one. You know what I mean? And it was it just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And the whole gallery scene's kind of I don't know. But the piece I made for that one show, I really do like the way that one turned out, and I still like the way that one turned out. It's hanging on my wall up there. I'll put a footage in there, and I'll see if I can find a high-res photo of it that I can put on screen. But yeah, I like the way that one turned out. Alright, I don't know what happened. Audacity crashed. But the last question so far that we got, I'll edit it in more if I come across more before I finish the video. Viewer Sayafik Hisham1740 asks, oh sure, what is the best moment when you make videos using the iceberg format? Now, I'm not quite sure what they mean. If they think what's my favorite entry so far, probably the Todd McFarlane not using the bathroom, because that is hysterical and bizarre and raises so many questions. Also, it was nice to kind of put that in there as a bit of a palate cleanser, Always gotta get a little bit of comedic relief in there when you're covering dark subject matter. If they mean the whole process, it's definitely reading the comments. I love reading comments. Likes and subs and all that's fine. Even visiting my website, checking out the comic or the store, that's cool too. But comments are by far my favorite thing. I love reading comments, even hate comments. But yeah, we're gonna get right back into drawing some spooky dudes. So let's just go. Alright, and for the last cryptid in this video, I wanted to go with my favorite one, and that is the Mothman. I think I've actually done a drawing of this in the past. Might even be on this channel, but it doesn't matter. I wanted to draw another Mothman if I have in the past, so here it is. And yeah, I really had a lot of fun drawing this one. I used just a Google search to, get reference images. The myth of the Mothman, if I just go read Wikipedia real quick here, is from West Virginian folklore. It's a humanoid creature reportedly seen in Point Pleasant area from November 15, 1966 to December 15, 1967. The first newspaper report was published in the Point Pleasant Register dated November 16, 1966, titled, Couple Sees Man-Sized Bird Creature Something. The national press soon picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States. The source of the legend is believed to have originated from sightings of out-of-migration sandhill cranes or herons. But it was actually the Mothman. But yeah, it's just like a humanoid giant moth. Man, it's awesome. I love it. I love the Mothman. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this drawing. Decided to take a little bit of a different approach. I with heavier blacks. You know, really wanted to emphasize the fur. I think it turned out okay. I would have to refine this sort of like feathering method, I guess you could call it, with the hair, if I'm gonna draw a beast like this again. But yeah, you know, it's the Mothman. He's fucking awesome. Anyway, just to wrap this up, I'm going to show the 3 drawings I did in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and just a few last words from Flesh John. Alright, Flesh John? Come on, Flesh John. Get back over here. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see a sequel to this video, let's get this video to 200 likes. How about that? Alright? Yeah, leave a comment what other cryptids you think I should draw in the future. So, yeah, check out the comic, store on the website, and yeah, YouTube stuff. See you next time. Adios.